Guys, Half Click up here, have an interesting one for you today. So you've seen on the internet how there's all these little tips and tricks on how to clear hazy headlights with like bug spray and all this and that. Well, you also know that there's like big warnings out there saying that if you do that, you can potentially damage the plastic and you'll just have to keep doing it over and over again to maintain the results. And they say that the only correct way to do it is to use a headlight restoration kit, which essentially wet sands the surface of your headlight and restores it the correct way. So my question is, does the 3M kit, commonly available at auto parts stores that works off of a drill, will it work as advertised? Let's go. Spoiler alert, guys, I'm here to tell you that yes, indeed, it works beautifully. Real quick, my wife's Honda Odyssey, look at the before and after kind of thing. On the left, you see the finished product still taped up, and on the right, you'll see the untouched headlight and how hazy that looks. Here you go, the finished product, beautifully restored. It works perfectly. This is smooth as a baby's butt. There is no texture to this whatsoever. It literally takes that very fine layer off of the headlight and restores all the original luster. Just 100% straight, clear, see-through lens. Very happy with the results. And so I had some leftover materials from the kit and figured why not try it on Evelyn, our 2009 FZ6R. This is a 14-year-old headlight, and she has been hazy like this for quite some time. What do you say we go ahead and restore her? Alright, so here's all the stuff that comes in the kit. It comes in this funny shaped box here, and I don't have the paper anymore, so here is an image of what the package looks like, along with the product number. So what you see here is, again, leftovers, but in this kit you get this drill bit like attachment. It's a sanding disc of sorts. Goes right in your drill. You have, of course, the rubbing compound. You have 3 different stages of sanding disc. You start out with a 500 grit, then you step to an 800 grit. Then the wet sanding process begins with a 3000 grit. You're going to need a spray bottle to keep it wet while you do that. You're going to need a t-shirt to constantly wipe the surface down. And final step is you put the compound on the pad and attach it to the attachment, and then you just bring it to a fine luster, and it's an absolutely amazing result, as you're going to see here in just a second. Don't forget your drill. Alright, first things first is you want to tape up the surface around the headlight, 2 layers, and I learned that almost the hard way. The 2-layer part, I mean, because on the Odyssey it did get away from me on a single layer, and it immediately compromised that single layer. So make sure you double up the layers of tape. Alright, so first up, the 500 grit. Now trust me when I say that you are going to feel like you're absolutely destroying your headlight when you do this, and that's because you are. But trust me when I say to just trust the process. You just have to follow through with it, man. Just be patient, take your time, and as the instructions say, do it as many times as you need to make it as even as it needs to be. Alright, this is literally gonna break your heart. Trust me. Alright, so, and at this point, nighttime riding is absolutely not going to happen. So you can keep using the same disc, you just have to clean the debris out of it. And every now and again, after you clean that debris off of the sanding disc, come and just wipe all of it off of the lens so that you have a fresh surface to sand on. This is real. I mean, it's smooth, but it feels dirty. if that makes any sense. It just, you just have to feel it for yourself, man, but it's odd. So this headlight is ruined, right? Light would not get through this at all. Just have to keep going. Give that a wipe. See, it just comes right off of there. Keep reusing it. They give you more than enough too, man. So the kit's designed for one pair of headlights, but I had plenty of discs and compound remaining to do this experiment. So, and I say experiment, I use that term loosely. This is going to be an absolute success, and it's going to be highly impressive because I already know what the end product looks like from the Odyssey. So the objective is that you get a uniform haze. You want that haze to be evenly distributed before you move to the next grit. This is really close. This is really close. I'm going to hit it one more time, and then we'll switch to the 800 grit. That is just the way we want it. Nice uniform haze. There's no weird hot spots or nothing. It's ready for the next grit. Alright, so 500 grit off, 800 grit on. You just go to town, and it's not going to look any better. Yep, and at this stage, boys and girls, our headlight is officially destroyed. Absolutely useless for allowing light to pass through, but rest assured that it's all going to be okay in the end. So, smooth, not so dirty feeling, but hazy as all get out. We'll hit it again, 800 grit. All right, one more hit with the 800, and we'll move to the wet sand. All right, so moving on from the 800 to 3000 grit. It's a very soft, rubbery feel to it, and this is where the wet sanding comes into play. So, start out spritzing it down. And the important thing here is to keep it wet. Always make sure it stays wet while you do this. Give it a spritz. Now you can see the results immediately starting to come forth. This is just from wet sanding, guys. This is no compound. Absolutely beautiful process. Works so well. You just have to take your time. We do it again. Spritz it, keep it wet. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And it's only going to get better, you know? So, technically, this, for one, is 100% better than it was before, right? Like, it almost looks like it's done. And essentially, it kind of is done as far as the sanding process goes. But the compound is what really conditions the plastic and brings that just, you know, that lushness back to life. Just really restores the plastic and gets into its pores. Now this feels amazingly smooth. It's like plastic satin or something, man. So that that sanding process is about complete. I'm gonna give it one more spritz and give it a good dry, and then we'll hit it with the compound and you'll see the final result. Give her that last wipe. Isn't that nice? Alright, so now we're switching from 3000 grit to the compound pad. Just center her on there nicely. This part gets a little messy. You know, this stuff flings around a little bit, but it's worth it in the end. Alright, so you just put like a dime-sized dollop right in the middle there. And you want to kind of just give it a pat all around the headlight. Kind of plop it on there evenly. And then go to town. Watch this. Look at that. Friggin' incredible. Boys, this thing is completely restored. Hit it again. Give her this one final wipe. And we are done. "14 years old, man. 14 years of degradation in the sun and the weather and just the outdoors. And here's your final result from the 3M Headlight Restoration Kit. By the way, this kit's about 20 bucks. I got it on eBay for $20, free shipping. And so you're looking at about $1 per minute. This takes about 20 minutes of time, all said and done. Now, according to the instructions, the actual last step is to apply some sort of a sealant, also made by 3M, that kind of seals the compound into the plastic. I don't know what that looks like. I don't have a part number. I haven't looked real hard either, but I'd like to find it because I also want to seal my wife's Odyssey's headlights. Just to preserve the work, you know what I mean? But so impressive, guys. Take a look at the final product. It's just so impressive, man. Smooth like clean glass. So impressive. Well worth the money. 20 bucks, 20 minutes, complete restoration. You just cannot beat that with the stick, boys. Yes! Dude, you can even see the freaking LED bulb in there. How about that? How about that for results? You can literally see the bulb for the first time in like 7 years. Awesome.